really, really scary? Well, as scary as you might think that is, there is something far scarier, and that is your reality and my reality. Whether we like it or not, whether we're willing to acknowledge or not, we are chasing the carrot every day, every second, and every month of our lives. Every day we get the perfect visual images of our mind of wanting to find the perfect woman, for women finding the perfect guy, of having sex with the perfect person, of finding more social acceptance, making more money, getting a bigger and better something. And eventually, as you've done this many, many times, some of us are more successful than others, we get to that place in our mind. Now, the reality is that this place here that we're trying to get, we eventually get there. Now, why do we want to get there? We want to get there to accomplish that happening, but out of that happening, what do we want? Is it the happening itself that we want? Or is it what we assume will come from the happening? And what is that thing that we assume that will come from the happening? Happiness. Now, is it a matter of assumption? No. There's a measure of happiness to be added to the happening, but here's the question. Do happenings come and go? They go, don't they? And if happenings go, then if happiness is connected to the happening, it must go along with the happening. So this place here that's supposed to give us completion, that's supposed to fulfill everything that we want, that's supposed to be sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops, ultimately, as we're here, we're looking down there. And we, once again, repeat that same song and dance of wanting more social acceptance, of wanting more money, more possessions, finding someone else to compliment us in our life, and all of that. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there. I've been there. Now, here's a question. Should the purpose of our life be driven to get from here? And once we're here, we want to get from there. And once we're there, we want to get from here. And should we have to live our 70, 80, or 90, or 100 years of our lives doing this song and dance? Or is there other ways to get around that and that in order to feel joy? Ultimately, what we want is not happiness, but joy. Now, is joy dependent upon this, or is it dependent upon our thinking? If joy is dependent upon our thinking, then with thinking, we repeat a lot. And if we repeat a lot, then that means we're in a state of meditation. And how should we meditate? Well, let me encourage you to try something. As it is like lots of people try to hook, line, and sinker you. I will not insult your intelligence and say, yes, I'm completely guilty 100%. Now, am I doing it to enrich my own pockets? No. Because as you reach this video, if you decide to do and don't want to do whatever I'm suggesting to you, there'll be other people that will pick up where I left off, and I promise you that most of them, or a lot of them, their ambition is going to fill up their own pockets. I have nothing to gain from this. And if you don't want to buy into what I'm trying to encourage you to try, other people will do the same thing, and you'll just be implementing your faith as I other places. So it's up to you. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Anyhow, in your own mind, try this. Put an image of your mind of you giving money to someone who needs it. Try it. Repeat it 50 times. And after you are done repeating it 50 times, ask yourself that question. Did you have to go from this place to that place in order to get what you're feeling right now, which is a measure of joy? And while you're doing this meditation, also put a smile on your face if it helps you increase that. And try it. And if you feel a measure of joy, then is joy necessarily a happening away, or that thought in your mind, or is it a state of meditation, or the way that we think? Anyhow, food for thought, I guess you could say, for all of us, and hopefully I hope it is for you as well. If you want to be part of this conversation regarding relativity, conscientiousness, and discover what I hope you think is good music in the process, I encourage you to go to YouTube and type in Society's Spit Trudge. Society Spit Trudge, 2 capital S, and capital T, and here it is. And I hope to hear from you soon, and very soon there'll be a format to open dialogue and conversation, so that's still in the process, in the making. All right, have a good one. Take care. And leave your comments, please.